We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Most unfortunate. We now live in a time where the internet has made it possible for y'all to get online, say whatever you want, and nobody wants to fact check. Nobody except for me. Lamont Roach did a brand new interview, and we got to talk about it, man. Did a brand new interview where he was like, Tank is bad business, yada, yada, yada. Team Roach, his pops, who I think also trains him, all right? His daddy got on the interview and said the rematch with Tank will never happen. My son retire. I am not gonna bury my son. What movie is that from? Again, the pops is saying that his son retired Gervonta Davis. As I opened this video, I said we live in times where people will say anything, right? And nobody wants to fact check. So leave it to your boy Ego. This is just 2 minutes worth of research. 8:57 p.m., December 3rd, 2024. Mind you, the Lamont Roach fight did not even happen until March of 2025. They say I talk a little fast. If you listen real fast, I ain't got to slow down for you to catch up, right? So let's try it again. I know there's some slow people in the back, so I got to repeat myself. Tank fought Lamont Roach in March of 2025. This is from December 3rd, 2024. So about 3 months before he even fought Lamont Roach. And what does it say? Gervonta Davis explains retirement plans after 2025. Calls boxing, quote, garbage, says he is fed up. So your son retired him, but this is what Tank had to say. Okay.
Why are you retiring?
What trash? What changed? What made you?
This shit is trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with those.
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford and or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like say you got to squawk today.
So I just showed you. Tank says the game is trash. I'm fed up with boxing. There's nothing here for me. This was before he even stepped in the ring with Lamont Roach. And this is not the first time where he discussed it, right? He has an interview with Lil Yachty. Again, you guys can research all of these things. This is what I'm talking about. The internet has made it popular to say whatever you want and people just run with it, right? Run with it. And I guess because you've seen it online, it got to be true, right? And just like that, because I am truly the best in the business and it's not even close, I pulled it up for you, right? Because I'm just that quick. Y'all didn't even know what I was doing. Listen, when you come to my channel, you don't hear a bunch of stuttering, stammering, struggling to get through the video like other content creators. I get straight to the point. I speak my thoughts and we keep it pushing. I got to be the best in the business, bro. Right? I pulled it up just that quick. Ain't that amazing? Boom. So the interview with Lil Yachty that I mentioned has almost 1 million views. A Safe Place podcast is 8 months ago. So that dates back before that Lamont Roach presser interview that he did where he was talking about retiring. And if you listen carefully, if you listen again to the recording, Tank was like, the game is garbage. I'm just fed up with it. It's trash. But the reporters at the media scrum who were talking to Tank, they were like, yo, Tank, you've been mentioning retirement a lot lately. What's going on? Which indicates, I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but it indicates that means Tank was talking about retirement far before for them to even know to ask him and say that. So what is Lamont Roach's pops talking about, bro? I feel like Russell Westbrook. What? Hey, yo. What? You ninjas tripping. What are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Tank was talking about retirement. Literally, the caption read, Tank plans on retiring after 2025. So people are like, oh, it's because the Jake Paul fight, blah, blah, blah. This before, oh, it's because of Lamont Roach took a knee and all this stuff. Bro, he says he plans on retiring after 2025, which would indicate if he's fighting Jake Paul at the end of the year, right? In November, he's not going to come back and fight in December. So he was already talking about this well before the Roach fight even took place. So how is Team Roach trying to take credit like they pushed Tank into retirement? Bro, the game, Tank, one thing he said that was accurate was the game is trash because it takes someone like me to do 5 seconds worth of work to show you and prove without a shadow of a doubt everything I said was true. And unlike a lot of content creators, I don't just talk about it. I give my opinion of sure, of course, but I show you receipts. I'm showing you that Tank was talking about retirement before, but leave it to the Tank haters, the resistance, the naysayers, the usual suspects. What they're going to do is like, oh man, you're defending Tank. You love Tank, bro. When the truth is in front of you, what does that have to do with loving a person and all this other goofy stuff y'all be talking about? Please let me know. When someone is showing you receipts, this was said on this date, this was that, there's no denying it. So if anything, you are the fanboy and the man fan, because although someone is showing you pure cold hard facts, you still somehow trying to deny it or like make it make sense with non-facts. So you tell me what the man fan behavior is. So, and here's the thing too. This video is about Tank retiring, but it's really not. I don't care. Boxing is a brutal sport. If the man been in the game since he was a kid, which is true, he bounced around from foster, he's already made it. Like he's already successful. Like most of his peers were dead or in jail, you know, couldn't make it to the big screens and stuff and the big venues and arenas. So he's already, instead of becoming a statistic, he's already made it. He's already like accomplished goals. So if he feels like that's a stopping point, I said this before and I'm going to keep saying it. Anybody that don't want to be boxing should not be boxing. Like if your heart's not in it, like Marcos Maidana. And again, when it's a black fighter, black fighters are always treated differently in the sport of boxing. I remember watching an interview where Marcos Maidana said he does not like boxing, right? He grew up in gangs in Argentina and all this type of stuff. He was in the street. He got a pistol tatted on his like hip, pause, right? In the interview, Maidana was like, I don't like boxing. I don't enjoy it. I'm good at it and I got power and I got good at it. That's why I do it. That's why when he got the Broner bag and 2 bags with Floyd Mayweather, you could take that back to Argentina and you know what I mean? You ole chino, right? And he got up out the game. He didn't come back. He still ain't made no comeback because that was his way out. You know, it's like Carlito's way. Okay, I'm reloaded. You guys think you big time? Here come the pain. All right, right? It's like Carlito. Carlito Brigante, he was trying to get out the game. Now, I'm not going to spoil the movie for you, but a lot of these boxers, some of them are no different than Carlito. They did what they had to do. Carlito stacked some bread, met Shorty or whatever. He trying to get out the game. So if that's how Tank feel, that's how he feel. You got goofies like Max Kellerman and all these dudes inside ring, and they're like, oh, is Tank a Hall of Famer? Bro, Tank is not a statistic. He already won. What don't y'all understand? As a black man, he could have been dead or in jail, and he found fame in boxing and entertainment, sports entertainment, and made millions. He already won. You guys can do all that, his resume. And then the same people be like acting like Lomachenko is so legendary. Who did Lomachenko really fight as a pro that was so like shocking? Devin Haney, who's cool, but Devin was like super young, 23 or whatever he was, right? Who did Lomachenko fight? Like, you know what I'm saying? And Lomachenko he really should have more losses than his record show, but he got like 20 fights, 2 losses, 3 losses, whatever. Come on, bro. And then people like over scrutinize a black fighter like Tank Davis and like, ooh, is he a Hall of Famer? What do you think about him retiring? If the mother want to retire, then let him retire. If he gets the second win and changes his mind, then the boxing world would accept that too. But I'm still saying what I said from the beginning. If you don't want to be here, you shouldn't be here in boxing, because you're risking your life every time you get in the ring. So if you're like, I don't want to be here, I don't feel like fighting, the game is trash, too much politics, blah, 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 so be it. There'll be other fighters that'll come and, you know what I mean? So I don't dictate when's a stopping point for another man. Y'all corny, bro. A lot of y'all is corny. You want to dictate when another man should stop. That's like trying to tell me who I should date or something. Like, I'm not finna listen to you. I date who I want. I don't care about you, Dr. Umar, nobody. Like, I'm gonna date who I want. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So I don't tell. Like, to be honest, Paulie Malignaggi, this man's face look all cut up and beat up. He looking crazy. And old media, they don't never say nothing about that. Like, the man, Paulie Malignaggi is 44 years old, had no power in boxing, and he fighting like he lost to Artem Lobov or whatever. Artem Lobov. He has a broken rib right now from bare knuckle. You see what I'm saying? And he's choosing to keep fighting. Ain't nobody said that. Like, they just, bro, they put the scary movie, grab on to me strong. Bro, he got, y'all hurt my soul. Bro, did somebody put the grab on to me strong hand? Bro, look at this. Look at Paulie's hands, dog. Bro, he got the scary movie hand. And y'all, and he was one of the main people dissing Tank, but you out here with grab on to me strong hand. No, give me the other hand. You out here with this hand. You're looking like cow udders. Bro, look at the man's face. I seen somebody left a comment and say he looked like Chucky. Remember when Chucky had these stitches? Come on, bro. But then look, there, look, he got, bro, you got the Chucky face. What are we talking about? And this is one of the people. Why is he fighting Jake Paul? Why are you 44 years old, face cut up, can't get stitches in the UK and all this type of stuff, bro? And y'all be worried about Tank. It's goofy, bro. The game is full of, Tank's right, bro. The game is looking trash. The game is looking trash because this is who y'all listening to. Y'all listening to Paulie Malignaggi, and people try to denigrate Tank, but then Tank surpassed everything they was doing. And he's looking like seated Chucky, brided Chucky, all that. Man, I'm out. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.